In this video, I just wanted to introduce some important molecules that have carboxylic acids. I'm not going to go through any mechanisms or reactions. Just trying to show that this functional group, carboxylic acid functional group, is present in many, many important molecules. There's only a few on this slide, but I encourage you to look at some molecules you might find in ingredients, in medicines, or even lotions and soaps, and you might find some carboxylic acids. So this first molecule here, we've got a carboxylic acid functional group at the end of the chain. We also have a phenyl ring, has para substitution. This is ibuprofen. This next molecule, another carboxylic acid functional group, also another benzene ring that is substituted at one carbon. A couple of other rings present in here, lots of different atoms. This molecule is amoxicillin. So a commonly used antibiotic. Another one we have here, again, functional group carboxylic acid. Pretty similar in structure to amoxicillin. So you see the two rings, there's the 5-membered ring, 4-membered ring, bonded to a nitrogen with a carbonyl, talking about this carbonyl up here. That R group is slightly different for this molecule, which is penicillin. These two molecules over here show, again, carboxylic acid functional group. Here we have the first molecule is an omega-6 fatty acid, and the second one is an omega-3 fatty acid. So this is omega-3 and omega-6, but omega-3, 6, and 9 fatty acids have carboxylic acid functional groups. So omega-3, omega-6, omega-9, those numbers indicate where there is a double bond in the fatty acid relative to the omega end of the molecule. And so the omega end is the end without the carboxylic acid. So if I zoom in here, you'll be able to see, here's an omega letter. So the omega end is the opposite end of where the carboxylic acid is. And so in omega-6 fatty acid, the double bond is at carbon 6 relative to the omega end. Omega-3 fatty acid, the first double bond is at carbon 3. So that's how that name comes into play, the omega-3, 6, and 9. Omega-9 fatty acid isn't shown here, but you can imagine the first double bond would occur at carbon 9 relative to the omega end of the molecule. The fatty acid part, the acid is there because we have a carboxylic acid. And then the fatty part is related to the other part of the molecule. So this long carbon chain, these are fatty chains. So they're more oily and more oily of a substance, having that long carbon chain. Remember, if we just have a hydrocarbon like octane, that is an oil. And so we have both fatty part of the molecule, the carbon chain, and then the acid part is the carboxylic acid. And then this molecule down here, again, we'll highlight the carboxylic acid. This molecule has many carbons in that saturated carbon chain. This is palmitic acid. Which is the fatty acid in palm oil. So a lot of oils, olive oil, palm oil, grapeseed oil, contain some fatty acid molecules, like this one has palmitic acid. So just a few important molecules that have carboxylic acids present in them. And that's really all I wanted to cover in this video.